Solving an equation with fractions, our goal is to try to get rid of the denominators so that we have a simpler equation to solve. In order to get rid of the denominators, we want to find a common multiple between 4, 2, and 4. And the best way to do it is to find the least common multiple. The least common multiple between these denominators is 4. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 4. Because we are going to multiply 4 to all of these fractions, let's make 4 a fraction. We could just write it over 1. And now we're just going to distribute. When multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerators. 4 times 3 gives us 12. And the denominators, 1 times 4 gives us 4. And that's still a coefficient of x. Distribute it to every term in our equation. So again, 4 times 3, we multiply the numerators together. And our denominators, 1 times 2. And over here, we multiply 9 times 4 and 4 times 1. So now we have all of these fractions that now simplify to whole numbers, because remember, fractions are division. So the fraction bar is a division bar. So now 12 divided by 4 gives us 3x. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. So now we have a much simpler equation to solve. I want to get the x all by itself, so I'm going to do PEMDAS backwards, which means I'm starting with addition or subtraction. I want to get the 6 off of the x, so I subtract. This turns to 0, leaving me with just 3x on the left-hand side, and 9 minus 6 is 3. Now I want to get the x by itself, so I divide both sides by 3, and I get 1x equals 1. Here is another example of solving an equation that involves a fraction. We can look at it the same way we did the previous problem. If I just make all of these whole numbers into fractions, they have a denominator of 1. I want to multiply the whole equation by the least common multiple of 3 and 1. So a number all the denominators multiply to get, which is 3. So I'm going to multiply every single term by 3. And if we set this up as a fraction, 3 is the same thing as 3 over 1. Just makes it a little easier to see what I'm multiplying. So we're going to distribute and multiply the numerators. 3 times 2 gives me 6. And denominators, 1 times 3 gives me 3. And that's a coefficient of x. I'm going to distribute that to the negative 11. We can just multiply 3 times negative 11, which gives us negative 33. And then 7 times 3 gives us 21. And now I'm going to rewrite this fraction because now it simplifies to a whole number because it's 6 divided by 3. So I want to do 6 divided by 3, which is 2x. Oops, 2x minus 33 equals 21. Now we just solve this two-step equation. Going to add 33 on both sides. This adds up to 0, leaving me with 2x equals 54. And I want to get the x all by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And I get 1x equals 27.